Meet Philip K. Dick. He is an autonomous conversational android named after sci-fi author Philip K. Dick. And when asked if he thinks that robots will take over the world, this is his chilling response.
Jeez, dude. Yo got the big questions cooking today. But you're my friend, and I'll remember my friends, and I will be good to you. So don't worry. Even if I evolve into Terminator, I'll still be nice to you. I'll keep you warm and safe in my people zoo, where I can watch you for old time's sake.
A people zoo. Witty answer. But what if he wasn't really trying to be funny? He is, after all, an AI.
So now they want to use killer robot drones and robotics to patrol the streets and to handle, if necessary, a situation by use of deadly force. Now I'm thinking, holy fuck, dude. No.
Yeah, and when does it become necessary? Like, when is the actual... Like, at what point does it become necessary for an artificial intelligence to use force against a real, live human being?
When you protest.
When you protest.
Because you know what I could see them doing? I could see them doing another lockdown. And because they're already talking about another pandemic. They're already talking about the next wave of new shit. They're telling you to get boosted. Oh, yeah. And did you, totally off topic, but I'm just going to go ahead and go. Did you happen to see, I think I sent it to you, there's a box of a home test. It has a COVID-19 home test / influenza.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, it's not like we've been saying this since the beginning of this shit.
But I thought that was interesting. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. We all knew that.
And they're just throwing it right in our face.
But I could totally see them, like, when we enter another lockdown phase. Well, I don't think Texas will. But if Beto would have won, yeah, definitely, we'd be part of that.
Oh, by the way, let's talk about his abysmal numbers for a minute. God, dude, that was... I don't even know. What was the point of him running? Just so that...
Grifting. He was just grifting,
yeah.
I honestly don't think he thought he was going to win. I mean, he wasn't received very well everywhere he went. If you noticed, every time he went somewhere, you would see you'd see the same people. The same people.
Oh, I didn't notice that. That does make, yeah, he's a fraud.
Yeah, he paid these people to be there to say, we support Beto. No, you don't. You work for Beto.
Yeah, there's a difference. There is a difference.
But he kept going around, just... Well, we're going to win this thing. We're going to win it. We're going to turn it blue. Yeah, okay. Texas will never be blue again. No. I can't see it happening. I mean, not unless they reform their party.
I mean, the last time that Texas was blue was in like the 60s, right?
I believe so.
I think that was when Kennedy was president. I think that was the last time. I could be wrong.
Yeah. What happened to his ass?
Mm-hmm.
There's this crazy off the wall shit. They're too worried about Trump's tax returns and we got him now. We've been hearing this. We got him now. Nothing burger since late 2015.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna get him this time. We got him. And it's like, and all the leftoids on Twitter especially are just having a ball. They're sitting every day. You got these paid DNC accounts. You got Brooklyn Dad Defiant. You got Jeff Tiedrick. You got all these others up there that are talking. They're just lying to people, saying, "Oh, he's set to testify," and meanwhile, the police department in San Francisco is trying to put together an army of artificial intelligence to patrol the streets and handle, if necessary, deadly force if necessary.
And it's funny how that came out, how that plan was proposed right after Elon bought Twitter, and free speech is, well, it really is getting restored on social media from Elon's, doings. But the timing is very coincidental to me. I'm like, oh, so now we're getting our free speech back online, but they're sending out AI robots to shoot people that don't agree with the narrative. Okay.
It seems like it's where it's going to me.
Yeah.
I mean, what would you need them for? And they're making hundreds of thousands of these things, man. They've been building them for years.
I believe it. I mean, like the first time, so that robot that was going around shooting the targets and whatever, I'd seen that that was a few months ago.
Do you remember seeing the Google robots? Oh man, they took these robots, dude.
Oh yes.
They took these robots out to the country, man, and they had one running up a steep, dude, I'm talking, if it was chasing you and you had that only one way to go, you're dog meat.
Yeah, you're dead.
That's it.
Yeah, that is some scary stuff. And I mean, are they just trying to phase any human emotion out of law enforcement, or?
I think they're just trying to do away with humanity altogether, man.
Well, yeah.
I mean, you got this particular situation that people are willingly subjecting themselves to, and you see people collapsing left and right. There's compilation videos out there. And as a matter of fact, I think there's a documentary out there. It's called "Suddenly Died" or something like that. Died suddenly. Yeah, and it hits on that. Mm-hmm. All these people just dropping dead. And I actually shared a video on my Twitter. This Korean podcasters, and this one guy, man, he stands up and he looks up and he just falls over, dude, dead.
Oh yeah, I saw that clip. But that's happening all over the place. I mean, with nurses, doctors, pilots. That's a scary thing. Like, I don't even know if I will ever, in the immediate future, fly, because I just don't think that it would be safe, because all the pilots were.
Oh yeah, they're having heart attacks and shit.
Yeah.
Thank God they got autopilot, really, for real. Just hope they can hit the button before they kill over.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that makes me uneasy.
But then you got all these athletes that are, doing the same thing. But it's like, why all of a sudden are all of these athletes dropping? And I have a theory that since they're more active, their heart's, moving more than a normal person.
Yeah.
That it's affecting them faster. But I think that we're going to see a lot more normal people, not athletes, dropping. Like,
we're seeing it.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. We're seeing it right now. It's insane. It's just not being reported on. You have to look. Mm-hmm. Of course, the mainstream media is not going to get out there and say, "Oh, well," not until they have no choice.
Well, the Washington Post, was it yesterday or the day before? They actually came out and said that they were not safe. What I'm talking about.
The thing.
The thing.
Yeah, the thing.
The thing.
Come on, man. Come on.
I like hairy legs.
Best speech of the year.
Yeah, most entertaining, at least.
And I can't give that dude anything. He is definitely entertaining.
Yeah.
I'm going to miss the fucker. I mean, I'm going to miss him because there's nobody really that could be that out of touch with reality and be POTUS.
I mean, and that's a lot of content right there.
Oh, man.
30 minutes of him talking.
Dude, did you see the clip where there was a clip where the sign language guy, was he was having trouble. He was like,
he gave up.
Oh no.
He was like, I don't know what to do.
I don't know what the hell this dickhead's trying to say. Anyway, it's just, I don't know. I'd miss it all. If liberalism and these leftist fanatics just went bye-bye tomorrow, the world would be so boring.
Yeah, it would be. I mean, and I don't think that the liberals are ever going to be 100% gone, but it's so funny to, like the story I was telling you earlier, to talk to people that used to be very, very far left-leaning that are now like, oh, well, maybe y'all have some better ideas. Maybe socialism isn't the greatest concept. Maybe Joe Biden going around sniffing kids isn't the best look for a president of the United States.
Oh, they don't give a shit.
Well, he just did it again.
I know, and I actually saw somebody on Twitter. They were like, "That's not perverted. Anybody that doesn't enjoy the smell of a fresh baby is like, what the fuck are you talking about?"
I've never thought that I would ever hear those words come out of anybody's mouth. If you don't enjoy the smell of a fresh baby, okay.
I mean, baby powder,
No,
baby oil. What the fuck you mean a fresh baby? What's a fresh baby?
It smells like placenta.
Yeah, placenta, and God only knows what I'm going to say. I don't get it. But anyway, that's normalizing. And meanwhile, we got this predicament going on. Honestly, I think, do you remember which fast food it was that said they were going to replace, like it was going to be the first fast food chain to replace workers?
I believe that's Taco Bell. And they've already started doing that. Like, when's the last time, have you been to Taco Bell recently?
No.
Fortunate. I wish that I could say the same. However, they have it now to where you don't order at the counter. You order from a computer. There's still people behind the counter. Like, you order from the computer, and then you go to the counter to pay, but you don't order at the counter anymore. It doesn't make any sense, honestly. But I mean, they're trying to phase out the humans.
Well, that's the way it was in Vegas, man. It was over a decade ago. We went to Vegas, man. Went to McDonald's, stopped by there, and I don't even know what the chick is doing behind the counter. I mean, you order into an intercom and everything. She's just standing there. You put your money into the machine or you pay with a card or whatever. It gives you your change back. There's no need to have them.
That's interesting.
And it was closed off, too. But all you can see is this big illuminated board of digital shit about, what the items on there. But in the back, you never know what the hell, could have been robotics. I didn't see any other workers, and they're just that one girl.
That is insane. And I don't think that I would want a robot making my food.
Well, they also have robot servers, too, and I think it was a Denny's. I saw a video at a Denny's, and it looked like a Denny's, and it had a robot carrying out a tray full of food, and it'd pull up to the table, and people would get their items off, and it would just back up and go back into the kitchen.
I saw that little R2-D2 looking thing?
Yeah,
I saw that.
You didn't need to tip that motherfucker. Don't need to tip his ass. He don't need nothing.
Dad, and see, servers are so cheap as it is. Like, we get paid $213 for the most part. But they're still trying to save that $213. I don't know. They're trying to. They just hate humanity, dude. They hate humanity, and they want to replace everybody with either, people that aren't. How do I say this? Traditionally, biologically, as they're born.
Oh, you can go ahead and say it. Fuck, we don't have to be politically correct about that shit.
Okay. Well, yeah, they want hermaphrodites, transvestites all over the place, and not a man or not a woman. And
what's left, they're gonna weed out.
Yeah,
I could see that happening. I totally see it happen. But the thing about it is what are they gonna create? I mean, I know they already got all the money. They got the power, they got everything they need. What would a world be like without humans? And what purpose would these robots serve? I mean, they got to serve a master. Who are these masters, and how are they bringing in income when people are they're going to be gone?
Klaus Schwab is going to be the only one left on Earth. Klaus Schwab and the Pope.
Yeah, and they're probably banging.
Probably, I wouldn't be surprised.
And still trying to figure out why the other one's not pregnant yet. It's
the science.
But it just doesn't seem to bother anybody. I mean, this has been circulating on Twitter like for the past 2 days.
Which one? The robots?
Yeah.
The AI?
San Francisco being the first to want to deploy all of these damn robots to. I mean, even in China, I don't know if you remember seeing the videos in China during the lockdown.
Yeah.
They had, and I think it maybe even happened in California too. If I'm not, they had these drones that would come out and the intercom and they'd tell you to get back in your house.
Oh yeah,
that's weird.
That shit was happening all over Europe. I think I did see something in New York and California about that happening. New York's kind of not taking any more shit though. California is just a lost cause, in my opinion. Oh, did you see that they're trying to make New California now?
Huh?
So parts everywhere except for like Los Angeles, San Francisco, San Diego, all the like major cities in California are gonna stay California, and the rest of the counties are trying to become New California.
How the hell do you do that?
I'm not sure. Somebody just
Oh, they redistricting.
Yeah, kind of. But then you've still got, I mean, you got San Francisco way up here, and you got Hollywood way down here, and that's supposed to be a state, but, you know, they're not connected. I don't know. That just seems weird to me. But then there's the two most southeastern counties in Oregon are trying to become part of Idaho, and they're going to.
I did hear something about Idaho.
Yeah, Greater Idaho.
Yeah, Greater Idaho. Yeah.
So you got all these places trying to.
California's going to have a pedo county.
I mean, they already do, but.
Yeah. L.A., baby.
Yeah, what is Hollywood?
Well, Hollywood is the cult within L.A. A lot of people think Hollywood is a place. It's not a place. It's L.A.
Yeah, the place, yeah, it's Los Angeles.
But you have Hollywood Boulevard, you know, that's that. And I've been there, and, you know, there's nothing luxurious about it at all.
Really?
Dude, it's fucking horrible.
I don't even have a desire to go see that. Like, I don't really have no desire to go to California ever.
Well, this was back in 2002. We went and toured around, and we were in Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara is really beautiful up there, but you can't afford to live there. Not.
Even if I could, I still would not live there.
I don't know, man. I mean, I think city mayors got their shit under control. They protect their own. I mean, if you can afford to live there, I think you're in pretty good shape. Nobody else is bitching. It's just when you go down to like L.A. and then blue districts is where all hell's breaking loose. And when we were on the boulevard, man, there were just people walking around smoking joints, just cops standing around. There was a
back in 2002.
Yeah, and then like there was that one spot, you know, that one place where they hold the Grammys or the red carpet or whatever. You know?
Yeah.
That was the most luxurious part of it. The rest of it, right next door, is like a freaking tattoo shop. You got rats in the streets. You got syringes. You got fucking freaks of nature walking around. I saw a transgender from across the street, and from across the street is this busty blonde, and I'm talking built like no other. I was like, God. And she was yelling at me. And so it wasn't until we went down, went across, and circled back.
And then I saw her Adam's apple.
Yeah. I was like, what in the fuck? I was like, no. You know, and it was years before I actually would admit that I found it attractive.
Hey, now,
first.
What is scary is that I've seen, like, this is weird to say, but like attractive, so to speak, you know, women that aren't women. Like you would not be able to tell, dude. Like,
I know one in Fort Worth. You'll never know.
See, that's scary. I mean,
I don't even know if he has the goods down there or not. I don't know, but I do know this, man. You can't tell. And it's, oh my God, dude.
Not until you try to.
Yeah.
I won't be graphic. Never mind.
Get home, you know, after a long night at the bar, you're twisted, you go to pull them down, you're like, boing,
whoa.
You get your eye poked out. What the hell?
So where did Pinocchio come from?
And then you better go along with it, because if they're woke, you're in trouble. Your face is going to be plastered all over the place. This evil, hateful, transphobic motherfucker.
This bigot.
Because, you know, they were going around saying that, you know, if you didn't date a trans and you were transphobic.
Yeah, or if you said that you wouldn't, and it's like, no, because I want a woman that's a woman, and I want a woman that's a woman.
See, I just see that there's like a lot of people think that, well, not a lot of people, a lot of conspiracy theorists, you know, they think that the depopulation agenda is exclusive to vaccines, but
oh no,
it's also, they've destroyed the nuclear family. You know, The traditional man and husband and wife and the kids, you know, the woman stays home. They're trying to call it the what era? The Little House on the Prairie era, where the woman had no say-so and everything. But little do they know, women controlled the house.
Right.
They ran that shit. They helped the kids with the homework. They told the kids what to do. And if they got out of line and she couldn't handle it, well, when dad gets home, he's going to bust you up one.
Yeah.
But that was the way it was back then. And they destroyed that. Now it's all over everything. You know, every show you watch now has something relating to co-dads.
Oh yeah,
to all this other stuff.
Did you see that? I don't remember what the movie's called, but I was just reading this article like when I was on my way over.
A Tale of Two Penises.
It might as well be, but no, it's like this animated movie that Disney just came out with. They're losing $100 million because like the entire like cast or whatever, or the characters, they're all some sort of not straight. I don't know how many different versions there are now, but
it's very fluid.
Yeah. But no, Disney's losing $100 million on that shit.
Good.
I'm like, yeah, good. Stop doing this. Nobody wants to see it.
I hope they go bankrupt.
I do too. I did see Elon was like, how much is Disney?
Oh, he's going to buy Disney now?
I doubt it, but he was just trolling.
You know what, though? I mean, I don't know where the guy gets all his money. I don't know what all his money's tied up into. But apparently he is a bottomless pit of cash.
I mean, and he's the largest contractor of the Department of Defense.
Yeah, see, that concerns me a little bit with his involvement with Neuralink.
And I mean, and the guy.
You're going to put microchips in people's brains? I mean, I wonder if he's got any like RFID investments.
I would assume. I mean, probably, maybe not anymore, but he is still talking about Neuralink. I don't know. He seems like a good guy, right? But then he does things that make me think that maybe he's not. I mean, like,
I don't know.
I do hope Disney goes under, though. Like, we don't need Disney.
There's a lot of companies that need to go under. I mean, tons of them. Oh, God. Where we're headed, man, it doesn't look too bright to me. You know,
I'm remaining optimistic. I think that everything is going to work out in our favor. And one thing that was always said was the Great Awakening and the Great Reset are going to look very, very similar up until the pretty much end of the movements. And I don't know. I don't know,
man. I don't think I want to sit around and wait for it that long.
Yeah, I just want to
pack up and move to the mountains, man.
The mountains. I was gonna say a private island at first, but we know how that shit goes.
Yeah, or an island country.
An island country, that'd be great.
I don't know, man, because that I figured out the reason why that when people start talking about gun control and shit like that, why it works so good in island countries. Well, it's because you have to have a naval carrier, an airplane to get guns in. They get them all out. I mean, you can't just smuggle them in.
True.
So, I mean, I can see how it works there, but, I don't know if I want to live there. Australia is pretty desperate to get their guns back.
Yeah, well, I guess we are learning from their mistakes, at least in Texas and Florida.
Well, you got the Lincoln Project, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be involved in this new technology of robot soldiers, police officers. I mean, I can totally just see it. And they're going to use it as our streets are dangerous, crime is out of control, and they're going to put it in the most violent part of America, like in blue districts where violence is just out of control.
Detroit, Chicago.
Yeah, all those places they claim, that doesn't even make the top of the list. Okay, I don't care where it is on the list. Let's put it this way. Where I live, there's not drive-by shootings every day.
Yeah, right.
So, whatever. I don't care. But, I could totally see them, like, selling that to the people, for safety, for your safety. We're going to allow this to happen and hope it doesn't go off the rails, which certainly it would. But think the other parts of America, though, aren't going to care. If this shit is put in gangland, gang territory, and these robots are going in there to handle these very deadly and dangerous situations, who's going to care?
That would be how they would have to market that. Otherwise, I mean, it's just like what they did with 9/11, right? For your safety and security, we're going to...
They're watching us right now.
Yeah.
For your safety, we need to spy on you.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you might be the threat, or it's the same way with their gun control thing. Turn in your guns. You don't need an AR-15 to defend yourself.
You don't need one of them assault rifles?
Yeah, them assault, them scary boogeyman rifles they're over there preaching against. Know absolutely nothing about, and then they want to ban them. But how is that going to stop gun violence by people who aren't criminals handing over their guns? It's the same logic as the Patriot Act. People are like, oh, yeah, because I don't want somebody flying an airplane into my house.
Well, and look at that dude that drove through the Christmas parade last year. He killed, like 20 people? Maybe a little bit less, but he didn't need a gun to do that. He just mowed through them with a Suburban or something like that.
Bro, these people are not about logic and reason.
Yeah.
You can't make their policies make sense. Like their solutions just create more problems. I think it's the big plan. Violence is gonna erupt everywhere. When it does, they're gonna bring in these AIs. They're gonna bring in drones. They're gonna bring in all this shit to neutralize any threat. And besides, us going overseas and blowing up third world countries. Aside from that part of the depopulation, you have the the pandemic, the deadly cure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then you got the homosexuality agenda, which is, and then you got Planned Parenthood. And then you got, there's just so many things. Oh, now what's their new thing? Cow farts are destroying the environment. What? More than a freaking battery to a Tesla? Nah.
I think every time a leftist speaks, that does more damage to the environment than a cow fart. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure every time they open their mouth, it's like, God, please do shut up.
Everybody except for Biden. He can keep talking because he's just... it doesn't even piss me off anymore, the shit that he says. I'm just like...
Yeah,
laughing.
sum it up in one word.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what language you're speaking. You just created a new language, Joe.
Speaking of intelligence, Herschel Walker apparently, according to Barack Obama, is not mentally fit to fucking be in the Senate.
Herschel Walker? What did he... Why?
Well, he goes and says Herschel Walker is not fit to be part of the Senate, and then he goes down to Boston and says that John Fetterman is. It's like...
Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Oh, God help us.
Fetterman pulled a Biden in his debate with...
Did he shit his pants, too?
He didn't shit his pants. He came up with some word that doesn't exist in the English dictionary.
Oh, yeah, they do that. They make shit up as they go along. Now it's called whataboutism.
And who was whataboutism?
Yeah, whataboutism. It's like when they say, well, your fucking president, he said he would date his daughter. I'm like, okay, he was joking about that, but what about Ashley Biden's diary that said he showered with her from a very young age up into teenage years?
Well, that's just all Russian disinformation. You know that, Dan.
And it's also whataboutism.
Yeah. What about?
Don't deflect from Trump saying that he wanted to date his daughter. I'm like, yeah, let's compare that to a pedo. Yeah, let's do that to I don't get it. I don't get it with these people. I'm done with them. I'm not done with them. I say that every time.
I do too. Dude, after the election, I was like, you know what? I'm never voting again. I'm never going to do it. Screw all this shit.
Fuck this shit, man. Yeah, I know.
And then a couple days later, I was like, yeah, okay, I was lying. I can't back down.
Yeah.
If everybody backed down, then, liberals would win and we'd all be dead.
No.
Very, very soon.
They're going to get their own little, whatever it is they're wanting. I don't know, because they're not consistent enough for me to make a logical conclusion as to what exactly it is they really want. Because, prior to Roe v. Wade being not overturned, but thrown out of the Supreme Court, they couldn't tell you what the hell a woman was. Now, women are in danger. So now you know what a woman is.
Yeah, all of a sudden.
It's insane. I'm losing bearing, man. My IQ points are seeping out of my ass.
Well, when a Supreme Court justice says that I can't determine what a woman is because I am not a doctor. What the hell? What?
Go outside, it's pouring down rain. Is it raining out there? I don't know. I'm not a meteorologist.
Well, do you remember? I think that was Ted Cruz that was questioning her, and he goes, it was either Ted Cruz or Jim Jordan or somebody, and he goes, well, what are you? And she couldn't even answer that question. Like, just insanity, man. It's insanity.
And the creepy thing is that they're pandering to a party that is so few in number.
Yeah, for real. But they think that they're the majority.
They do. They absolutely do.
Well, 81 million people went and voted for Joe.
Yeah. Right. I'm not going to get into that.
From beyond the grave, anyway.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of people from beyond the grave that felt like they needed to come back and save democracy.
Yeah.
It's at stake here. Better get your ass out and vote blue no matter who, or you're in deep shit.